Hello, my name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. The fear of the Lord. What does that mean? It's very important that we understand this because the premise of Proverbs is found in chapter 1, verse 7, that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Well, the fear of the Lord could be described as awe and reverence for God, but this is the beginning of wisdom. Is it any wonder there is so little wisdom in people's lives today? Where you find little reverence, you will find no wisdom. Why is that? Because little reverence is the same as saying no reverence. You either have reverence for God or you don't. You are either in awe of God or you aren't. God does not accept partial reverence or partial part-time awe. Awe, wonder, and reverence are not something that we try to conjure up on Sunday morning. If they are not evident in our lives Monday through Saturday, they will not be truly there on Sunday. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And it is wisdom, that skillful living, that guides us through every day of our lives and in every aspect of our lives. If we are not controlled by the fear of the Lord in our homes, our marriages, our parenting, in our business and ethics and morality, then our worship of God on Sunday will simply be a charade and meaningless. It will be honoring God with our lips when in reality our heart is far from Him. It is no wonder that a book that begins with the premise that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom will allude to it often through the book. And such is the case of Proverbs. Read the following verses from Proverbs and meditate on what they are saying to you about God and the joy of knowing Him and walking in the fear of the Lord. We started with Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Proverbs 1:29 says, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Proverbs 2:5, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. Proverbs 8:13, the fear of the Lord is hatred of evil. Pride and arrogance in the way of evil and perverted speech I hate. Proverbs 9:10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. Proverbs 10:27, the fear of the Lord prolongs life, but the years of the wicked will be short. In Proverbs 14:26, in the fear of the Lord one has strong confidence, and his children will have a refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, that one may turn away from the snares of death. In Proverbs 15:16, better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble with it. Proverbs 15:33, the fear of the Lord is instruction and wisdom, and humility comes before honor. Proverbs 16:6, by steadfast love and faithfulness iniquity is atoned for, and by the fear of the Lord one turns away from evil. In Proverbs 19:23, the fear of the Lord leads to life, and whoever has it rests satisfied. He will not be visited by harm. Proverbs 22:4, the reward for humility and fear of the Lord is riches and honor and life. Proverbs 23:17, let not your heart envy sinners, but continue in the fear of the Lord all the day. Obviously, the fear of the Lord is something that is to be central and foremost in the heart of every believer, in reality of every person. That we are to fear God, we are to be in awe of Him and worship Him for who He truly is. And we haven't started to be wise until we begin to fear God. Let me end with a wonderful quote from Matthew Henry. In order of the attaining of all useful knowledge, this is the most necessary, that we fear God. We are not qualified to profit by the instructions that are given us unless our minds be possessed with a holy reverence of God, and every thought within us be brought into obedience to Him. As all our knowledge must rise from the fear of God, so it must tend to it as its perfection and center. Those know enough who know how to fear God, who are careful in everything to please Him, and fearful of offending Him in anything. This is the Alpha and the Omega of knowledge. And may this guide us and guard us today in the trenches of life, where we seek to please Him and honor Him and glorify Him in all that we say and do. for his glory and for the good of others.